Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Chargers, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. "59 years of champions have come and gone. Who will claim number 60 as we're off in the 2026 Super Bowl?" And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the set.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the option to give to Williams here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can chat one up.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd down now. Teague. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And they work this out past the 25. Last play, they got stuck at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Teague. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 2nd down, Teague. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
In motion, Patterson. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. His first ever catch in a Super Bowl, a nice moment, and also a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Williams again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Falcons! From 4 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Herbert off of play action. Over the middle, complete. It's Bennett. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, T. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. 2nd and 12. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, T. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They snap it to Herbert. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. The middle they go. T. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Let's go now.
2nd and 4. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down.
Ready?
Up the middle, it's Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Play action. It's Herbert. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
A give to Williams, running right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Nicholson.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll get this up awfully close to a first down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Ready.
Here we go with Williams.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. I like that call. I'm assuming you're with me.
I am. I'm totally with you. And to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a mass of bodies. But it feels like the head coach just said, my best runner over my best blocker. Give it to me right now.
And you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Slot man moves right. On second down now. T, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Bennett. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down, T. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net. But they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Escaping the pressure right. That's down the field and caught by Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Williams going to get it again on second down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Now Herbert following the turnover. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
In motion, Patterson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 73 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Teague. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll try and run for him. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
On second down now, T, and he is going to lose yardage here. And we've got free football, 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. Well, the Falcons have to be thinking, here we go again. But this time they'll get the ball first here in overtime as this Super Bowl is back underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the option, here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 33 yards that time. And things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 2. Touchdown, Falcons! Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime of the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past...
Oh, and it's intercepted! Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, the change in rules from the regular season to the playoffs at least gave both teams, Charles, an opportunity, but it turns out the team who scored first got the victory.
They certainly did, partner, but it wasn't as simple as getting a quick touchdown and calling it a day, because they need a standout performance from both sides of the ball to earn this win in overtime, and they got it.
And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.